Shooters on Nintendo Switch are kind of growing in popularity a little bit. We've had more of them be released. We already had some really great ones with Doom and Wolfenstein 2, but they are some of my favorite games to play on the platform. I found that gyro control is something I enjoy quite a bit, and today I wanted to talk about some upcoming shooters for Nintendo Switch that have me excited and should probably have you excited as well. So we are going to talk about a few games here. Most of them are going to come out this year, I'm assuming. Some don't have a release date at all, but with all that said, if you enjoyed the video, make sure to smash that like button, subscribe if you're not already subscribed, maybe even hit that notification bell so you don't miss any of our uploads. But with all that out of the way, there are some really awesome shooters, both first person and third person, coming to Nintendo Switch, so let's talk about them. So let's start with the big one. Doom was already on Switch, and now the sequel Doom Eternal is gonna find its way over to Nintendo Switch sometime later this year. Now, we don't have an exact release date, but we are really hoping that this is gonna be coming day and date with everything else happening on other platforms with Doom Eternal. Look, these are phenomenal games. The original one is my favorite shooter of the last 5-10 years, really. It is that good. It is a sizable campaign. There was multiplayer in the last one, so I'm going to assume there's multiplayer on this one. So many of the new weapons and new enemies look really cool. The environments all look fantastic. We haven't seen any Switch footage yet, obviously, so what you're seeing here is just trailers based off the other versions of the game, but I can't wait to play it. So much of the charm that Doom has carries over to Switch like really well, especially with the original. It is still super fast paced. It's still really frantic. Now, you're not going to be playing in 1080p 60 FPS, of course. We saw with Doom that they can only do so much with what they have here with the Switch as far as hardware goes. There are some limitations, but you can still have a good experience. Doom on Switch, for me, was still good enough that you can have a really good time with it. And if you don't have any other platforms, you should probably still experience this game somehow. And Switch is a great place to do it because you can play portably, and let's just hope that maybe even it'll run a little bit better. Panic button, they know what they're doing over there. Ports on Switch have been really good lately, and I'm very excited to see what they have up their sleeves for this one. But yes, Doom Eternal is the big FPS coming to Switch that I'm very excited about, and I can't wait to get my hands on it later this year. Next up, we have Dusk for Nintendo Switch. Now, give this one a chance. I know it looks like an older game, but that is completely intentional. It is made to look this way. It was just released last year to almost universal critical acclaim on Steam. It is coming to other platforms, but it has been said that those platforms have kind of taken the backseat to Nintendo Switch because they want to focus on that. They do already have the game running at 60 FPS. I don't know when the game is actually going to come, but this game looks super sick to me. I didn't have a PC growing up, so I missed a lot of the experiences like this, and having this one be both traditional looking and also new because it was just made is a little bit of the best of both worlds. I can't wait to play Dusk. When it got announced for Nintendo Switch, I was honestly a little bit surprised because it had been such an indie darling. It had such success on PC already, but I'm really happy that it's happening, and I can't wait to get my hands on this. If you've never played like one of these like more like traditional FPS, you're just trying to get from one point of the level to the other. There's all these enemies and other hazards in the way, and you just got to get there as fast as possible. The motion in this is super fast, as you can see from the trailers, and it is crazy as hell, and I can't wait to play it. This next shooter is the only one on the list that isn't first person, and that is Sniper Elite 3 Ultimate Edition. Now, Sniper Elite V2 is out just this month, so if you want your fix of Sniper Elite, you can have that very soon. This doesn't have a release date yet, but this is the one I'm waiting for because I actually remember playing this game and liking it quite a bit. There are more Sniper Elite games coming. Maybe if this does really well, we can hope and expect to see more of those on Switch coming, but this is a feature complete version, okay? It includes all the additional content ever released for the game and the Switch exclusive local wireless multiplayer and motion controls. So it's always good to see a little bit extra. Maybe other games on the list here will have some motion control and stuff like that. And I've personally grown to like gyro controls quite a bit, and I am going to be looking out for this one. If you're not familiar with Sniper Elite at all, Sniper Elite 3 is a tactical third-person shooter that combines stealth and gameplay choice and genre-defining ballistics with huge open levels and the exotic terrain of World War II North Africa. That's something that I remember like super vividly. Like, these levels are huge and you can almost tackle them whatever way you want. So if they can get this for the right price on Switch, even though I've already played it, I'll definitely play it again. Next up, we have a fairly new announcement in the form of Bulletstorm Duke of Switch Edition. The game is coming sometime in the summer, so not too far along. This cult classic shooter is one that is actually really good. It doesn't come with all the DLC, including the Duke Nukem stuff. That is part of the name. They are really focusing on that. The game has been remade for other platforms in the past. I originally played it back when it was on Xbox 360. People Can Fly did an amazing job here. Zach and I talk about games like this all the time, where you're not like huge AAA, but you're also not indie. You're kind of in the middle. I just call them like amazing and B-tier games, and to me, that's what this game was. I remember having to do all types of creative kills in this game in order to rack up that score. That is the name of the game here. You want to be as creative as you can with taking out your enemies. If you see this and it somehow reminds you a little bit of Gears of War, you are not alone, but this is first person instead of third person. It is a really cool little story. When speaking about the Switch version, People Can Fly's CEO said, "Since the first reveal, when I saw the capabilities of the latest Nintendo console, I knew that we needed to get Bulletstorm working on that thing. The whole team was super pumped on doing that. The game will include the whole single player experience in addition to all the DLC released, and yes, that means Duke is coming too. He'll be kicking some butt and chewing bubblegum as expected." So yes, if you've never heard of it, check it out. Maybe look up some gameplay. It is one to keep an eye out for if you love first-person shooters. There is one more big shooter coming to Switch, but before we get to that, I want to talk about Shadowgun Legends. Mobile developer Mad Fighter Games is going to bring its free-to-play shooter to Switch at some point. It was announced a while ago, and I'm honestly surprised that it's not out yet, but if you've never heard of it, like I hadn't until I saw this trailer, you get to experience an epic story campaign, competitive and cooperative multiplayer, and an innovative social hub all in one. In the futuristic world of Shadowgun Legends, humanity is under attack from a deadly alien invader. The last line of defense are the Shadowguns, legendary warriors and heroes. You are a young Shadowgun recruit with limitless potential who can turn the tide of war. So what are you waiting for? Join the fight and show the galaxy who's boss. You get to save humanity from an alien invader in an epic story campaign spanning over 200 missions on 4 diverse planets, co-op missions and raids. You get to join forces with up to 3 friends and defeat giant enemy bosses for glory and legendary loot, real-time player versus player team battles, fight your rivals in a unique multiplayer game mode, and diverse PvP arenas, and there's RPG elements, innovative social features. All of that comes from a PR blast, but at some point I want to see a update because this game was announced last year. They said it was coming soon, and we haven't heard much of it since then. It is a mobile game, it was a mobile game. It's coming to Switch. Hopefully it controls well, and I know people don't always feel the best about mobile games on Switch, but I don't know, this one honestly looks kind of cool, and it seems like it has a ton packed into it, and if it's free to play, depending on how aggressive the microtransaction stuff are, I might go ahead and give this one a go. I hope we get an update on it soon. And last but certainly not least, we have Wolfenstein Youngblood. Man, oh man. Alright, there are obviously some parallels between Doom Eternal and this. There are both franchises that have been on Switch before, and now their sequel is coming. Wolfenstein Youngblood is a first modern co-op Wolfenstein adventure. 19 years after the events of Wolfenstein 2, BJ Blazkowicz has disappeared after a mission into Nazi-occupied Paris. And now, after years of training from their battle-hardened father, BJ's twin daughters, Jess and Soph Blazkowicz, are forced into action. Team up with a friend or play alone, level up, explore, and complete missions to unlock new abilities and weapons, gadgets, cosmetics, and even more to complement your playstyle and customize your experience. Wolfenstein Youngblood features the most open-ended Wolfenstein experience to date. From a new base of operations located deep in the heart of Paris catacombs, plan how and when to attack and dismantle the Nazi regime. Okay, I love that this isn't super linear. You get to select how you're gonna go about things. It's the first time that you can play co-op in a Wolfenstein game, which has me super pumped because me and Zach are gonna have some fun with this one. Man, you guys have no idea how excited I am for this, and this one is one of the only games on the list that has a firm release date. This is coming July 26th of this year, and I couldn't be more excited to tackle Wolfenstein in a way that has never been tackled before. This one is going to be really fun, and it should be on your radar. Panic button, make us proud. But there you have it. Those are a bunch of shooters coming to Nintendo Switch sometime soon. Most of them sometime this year. Some have no release date whatsoever, so we don't know. But it is exciting to see the genre be represented more and more on Switch. From first person with Doom, Wolfenstein, and many others, to third person with Sniper Elite, and more of those games coming as well at some point. It is a really good time to be a fan of shooters on Nintendo Switch. Rico has been one of my kind of sleeper gems hidden in this year so far, and that is a first-person shooter on Switch that I surprisingly enjoyed a whole bunch. So again, good strong representation for the genre, one of my favorite genres, and we hope to see more coming up and going forward in the Switch's life cycle. With that being said, I am going to go ahead and get out of here. Thank you guys for watching. You guys are super appreciated. Follow us on Twitter. Link is in the description. We do giveaways and have all other types of fun over there, so make sure to not miss out on that. And subscribe if you're not subscribed. That really helps us out a lot. Also, smash the like button if you enjoyed. So I'm going to get out of here. Thank you guys for watching. We'll catch you on the next one. Switch Force out.